Hey everyone, Adele here, and it is Wednesday again on Diary of a Gender Fluid. These past few weeks, I have been so stressed out. Um, there's been a lot of things that have been going on in my personal life that have contributed to this stress. So there's a lot of reasons I'm stressed out. Um, One big reason is because of school, but one reason that's totally relevant to this channel and the gender fluid experience is bottom dysphoria. That's right, this week I'm talking about bottom dysphoria. And so, already I'm gonna put a little trigger warning on here. I'm not gonna get super graphic in detail, whoa in there, because that would be weird and gross and kind of awkward. But I am gonna be briefly talking about junk and a little bit about sex. So if these things trigger you or give you a squick, then you should go ahead and go. There will be other videos of mine that you can watch and it'll be awesome. So don't feel obligated to stay if it makes you uncomfortable. Okay, so just a little review. Dysphoria is the feeling that your mind and body are disconnected. So it's like your mind is telling you, oh yeah, you have this kind of body and it's super cool and it makes you feel comfortable and it's just what you have, so that's awesome. And then you look in the mirror and this body that your mind is telling you you have, or at least you should have, you don't have. So your mind is telling you one thing and your body is telling you another thing, and it's really confusing and uncomfortable. Bottom dysphoria is specifically dysphoria about your junk. For me, bottom dysphoria has always been something I experience more than top dysphoria or general dysphoria. But I've never experienced it nearly as extreme as what I have been the past few weeks. So, bottom dysphoria in particular is kind of hard to talk about because we're already taught that genitals are taboo, that we're not supposed to talk about them, and we might not even should be thinking about them or doing anything else with them. Like, this is the general message that I think society puts out there. Like, just avoid acknowledging genital existence. Which is ridiculous because it causes a lot of shame around body parts. So I feel like there's a lot of subconscious cultural shame about having genitals in the first place. And so when you have body dysphoria and your mind is telling you you have the wrong set of junk, it's just more on top of shittiness. So it's like shame and then discomfort, and then it just combines into terrible. It's terrible. And I think that for me personally, this is really difficult because I grew up with hippies. My parents were both hippies. And they taught me that I should never be ashamed of my body, that I should be comfortable in my own skin. And so when I'm not, when I feel so ashamed and disgusted and disconnected from my body, it's very unnatural for me. So like I was saying, it's never been this bad before. And it's affecting all sorts of things in my life. Like, I don't feel confident in the rest of my appearance. Like, even though no one can really see what's going on down there, I feel like the rest of me is affected. I just don't feel as attractive. I don't feel confident in the way I look. It's just another stressor on things like school. Like, It contributes to all of my anxiety and depression. And particularly bad for me, at least, because this is one of my favorite things to do. I haven't been able to have sex in a while, and I haven't been able to enjoy it for a while. And that's no fault of my partner's, that's no fault of mine either. It's just because this dysphoria, well, it's bottom dysphoria. So if you're dealing with stuff down there and being forced to think about it, sometimes that can make dysphoria a lot worse. And so it's really affecting almost all parts of my life right now. And so, yeah, it's really terrible. And I also feel like I don't have anyone that I can really talk to about it. Like, obviously, I can do a video with you guys and be like, hey, guess what's been going on with me? But, it's not really like a person-to-person talk about, like, hey, man, that's shitty. This is what I do to, like, help that out. You know what I mean? Like, I really wish that I had someone that I was, like, in real life friends with that could give me some advice and help me out. My boyfriend, yeah, I can talk to him, and he is really helpful, and he always listens, and he tries his best, but sometimes his best just can't be enough because he's cis, and so he's never really gonna fully understand what dysphoria is like. Yeah, so these weeks have been terrible and stressful, and all of this has been going on, and that's it. That's what I'm talking about for my video. It's basically over. There's no hope. I'm not going to tell you anything about what I've been doing to try and alleviate my dysphoria, partially because none of it's really been working for me. And so I don't want to be like, hey guys, guess what? Doing this totally cured my dysphoria and everything's awesome now, because that's not what's going on. I really hope that in a week or two I can talk about some of the things that I've been trying. At least be like, hey, this has kind of helped. But in the interest of time, I'm just gonna end it here because life sucks. That's it. Yeah. Hopefully better things next week. Bye-bye, guys.